Since everybody enjoyed the first one, hey, I'm back with it, and we're back with anime you cannot watch around your mom. And just know, we went super wild this time compared to last time. Last time I was a little bit tamed, but this time, oh yeah, we're going guns blazes. We're in all the wild anime that we're gonna talk about. But let's get into it. So the first one I want to talk about is the qwaser of stigmata. Now, when it comes to this anime, it was basically just made for fan service. Like, there's a plot here, but there's not a plot. And once I tell you what the main character does to get his power up, you're going to be like, oh, it's one of these anime. And just know the first scene in this anime is literally, what to say, there's a woman character literally getting some breast milk out of a certain way. We'll just say she might be, sucking on something. We'll just say that. But yes, the way the main character gets his power, so like his power basically is that he can use this one elemental power, and there's other people that can use elemental stuff like copper, iron, stuff like that. But the way they get these powers is through drinking breast milk. And I'm not saying it's in a bottle. They're going straight to, the titties and, getting it from there. And it's a very wild anime. It's very wild because it's one of the, when it comes to power-ups, this one is like the wildest one because it's like, dog, I guess I'll give it to you for being creative. You're like, oh yeah, here goes some milk. Drink some milk and you get powered up. There. It's creative, but then at the same time, it's like, did they really need to do this power-up? Yeah, it's wild, but did they really need to have them, drinking breast milk like that? But hey, whatever, it's unique, I'll give it that. But yes, this one. Don't watch this around your mom. Like I said, as soon as she sees the first opening act or even throughout the whole episode, she's going to be wondering, like, what is that character drinking? And it's not just the main character. There's other people, too. And, like, just know he has multiple different girls that he does this to. And the main character's, like, he'll even talk about who has the best, that gives him the best power. Because the power he gets from the milk is called, like, soma. Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's very, very wild. If you've seen this one, let me know, because I'm curious how many people have seen this one, because I feel like this is a more underrated fan service one that most people haven't seen unless you actually watch a lot of fan service anime. But let's get into the next one. The next one is, Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Now, this is one of them short animes, and then literally it's going to involve a student and a teacher in very interesting positions and very awkward moments.
And I'm willing to overlook our little incident if you hurry up and get out of here.
Trust me, I'd love to do that. But the damn lock's stuck, it won't open.
What was that?
If you've seen this, you know that they literally get in certain situations, and there's an uncensored version, and I'm pretty sure it's on High Dive. But yeah, that's literally what it is. There's 4 different sets. There's like 4 different sets of students plus teachers, and they're going to find themselves in unique, interesting situations with an older teacher, of course, and she's going to be maybe doing something. They're going to push the boundaries of, like, how close can we get this to an H anime type of thing. And maybe the characters might date. It's an okay anime. It ain't nothing special. Like I said, it's one of these super short ones, but there's a lot of wild moments that if somebody walks in on, at the wrong time, you'll be like, they'll be asking, like, what are you watching? It's one of those anime because, trust me, there's a lot of stuff that's wild in it. I'll just say that. But let's get into the next one. Now, the next one is Interspecies Reviewers. Now, do I even need to say why you don't want to watch this around nobody? Because this is basically super duper close to an H anime. They literally go around writing reviews about different species, about, like, how good were they? How good are they in bed? Yes, and like they posted on there, and they show stuff. You know that slime episode? You know the episode when they switch genders too? I'm like, yeah, there's some stuff in here that if somebody walked in here at the wrong time, you'll be like, oh yeah, because Interspecies Reviewers is very wild. If you ever seen Interspecies Reviewers, if you have not seen Interspecies Reviewers, I don't know what you're doing. This anime literally like blew up when it first came out and had like this crazy cult following, and even it was supposed to originally be on Funimation, then it got pushed off. But it might be on High Dive now. Maybe not. I don't remember. But yeah, Interspecies Reviewers is very wild. Let me know what's your favorite scene if you've seen the anime, because it's a very wild anime in my opinion. But it's really good in my opinion. It's one of the best. Like, it's up there. Like, I'll say it's top 10 fan service anime just because how close it pushes the boundaries to, like, can this be a H anime or not? But let's get into the next one. Now, the next one is My Wife is the Student Council President. With a name like this, you should already know this is going to get wild. So, basically, the main character, he's basically going to have to marry the student council president because, like, they've been childhood friends and, like, their best, and, like, literally their parents, like, back in the day were drunk and they basically said, oh, we can marry our kids off, and that's what happens. And just know the dude is the vice president, and then you have student council president. They're going to be living together, and since they're living together, they're going to get in very interesting, predicaments. and you're gonna see a lot of nudity at times. And the president, you're gonna see like how far this guy can go with the president. And also there's this next door neighbor that's like the school nurse who is bad. Like, she's very bad. I'll say that. She's very bad. Then you have her little sister who literally is like in charge of like putting people in punishment, stuff like that, and like, you know, disciplinary like person. And like, he's gonna get into stuff with her too, and even there's other characters. Just know it's gonna be one guy, and he's gonna get into it with a lot of different girls, like have different like moments. It's one of those. He's gonna find himself in predicaments. Also, I'm pretty sure each episode is like 15 minutes, and there's 2 seasons, but. Yeah, it's nothing special, but just know if you're watching this around people, don't, because there's so many moments that make you be like, oh, and somebody will ask you like, what are you watching? And they'll look at you crazy, because there's a lot of moments like that in this anime, because anime is very wild at times. Now the next one is one of my favorite fan service anime. That's Prison School. Now Prison School is wild. If you've not seen Prison School, please watch it. Also read the manga, but skip the ending. The ending is trash of the manga. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but the ending of the manga is trash. But Prison School is hilarious. It's probably one of the all-time funniest anime of all time, because it's up there. Like, I'll say it'd be top 10 because it's hilarious.
If hitting me makes you feel better, then hit me as much as you like.
Hold up!
So basically, you're gonna have 4 guys that go to this school that literally originally only had girls, and they're basically gonna get into trouble because like they're gonna go peep at the bath, and then they get sent to like basically a prison that's in the middle of the school by the shadow student council president. And we're gonna see them have like hard labor, and there's gonna be a lot of wild funny moments, but there's a lot of wild scenes. We'll just say like the shadow vice president, when she's like doing squats, there's that. And there's like the scene where basically Kyoshi basically catches Hana peeing on the ground, and then she tries to like force herself to like pee on him, and they're gonna catch each other different times. Yeah, there's a lot of wild stuff. That's why I said like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Prison School that would make you be like, yeah, I do not want to watch this in front of no one. But like, also Prison School is hilarious, but there's a lot of questionable moments. Just know if we ever get a season 2, it's gonna be ramped up, because there's no Hana might get her revenge. I'll just say that for the people that have read the manga. But let's get to the next one. Now the next one is the world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Now this anime is another one that's hilarious. So basically in this world, anything that has to do with any dirty thoughts they don't have. So like magazines, you know, certain videos that are online don't have none of that. You can't even like say anything like, you know, sexual type of jokes, any of that, or you're getting in trouble. Basically they'll come after you and they will find you, just saying, they will. So basically you're gonna have this guy, he's gonna meet this girl that like she has panties over her head, and like she literally spreads out like jokes and all this stuff that's like naughty words and stuff like that. And as you go through the anime, there's gonna be a lot of like different funny stuff, but at times there's a lot of questionable moments. And one of the moments is the cookie scene. If you've seen this anime, you know about the cookie scene and about the special ingredients she put into them cookies. We'll just say her love nectar.
What's that flavor? It tastes good, but kinda strange.
How do you like it, Mr. Okuma? I added something extra. Well, the secret ingredient is love. Anna, what are you? You see, I discovered something last night. When my feelings of love for Mr. Okuma reached their peak, the emotions deep down within my body turn to liquid and explode out of me like a gushing volcano. I named this miraculous discharge my love nectar.
Yeah, that's why I said this anime is wild. Just know, if you know what love nectar is, just know. I'm probably gonna put a clip in this video that you can see it, cause it's a very wild scene. But yeah, the world where the concept of boring jokes doesn't exist is a phenomenal and a hilarious anime. Watch it sub and dub because they're both hilarious. The dub might be a little bit more funnier because they can go, you know, to extreme lengths. But watch this one. If there's anything on this list you need to watch this one because it will have you rolling. Now the next one is Hybrid Heart. There's another longer title to this, but I ain't saying that shit. I'm not saying that long ass title, but Hybrid Heart. Now, in this anime, you have the world they live in. It's basically been invaded from like another dimension. You have these girls that fight the people whenever like the other dimension comes in. And the thing about this is, the main character, he gets sent to this school. It's where his sister's like the principal of the school, and he gets sent to this school to help the girls out because he can help them power up. And you wanna know how they power up? Is by he has to get them off. He has to make them gasm. And you don't know what happens in this anime at a certain point is when they go to the battlefield, they drop a simulation like little pod or whatever they can go in that like basically makes a bed in virtual reality to get them in the mood. and the guy, he has to, you know, he has to hump. Yeah, that's what he gets them off. We call it humpgasm. That's what he's gonna do. And it's wild, because I'm like, dog, how is this not an H anime? Because they be going to extreme lengths, man. Just know it's very dry. You know, it's basically dry, you know, dry hump. We just say it's basically that. But it's very wild at times. Like, most of the time, like, you won't even understand the plot because they're going to go to, like, oh, let's go to this bedroom right here. This simulation that we have right here. And, yeah, it's a very wild. If you've seen Hybrid Heart, let me know how you feel about it. If you've not seen it, maybe watch. You want to see this wild stuff. But don't watch this in front of your mom because it's a very wild anime. Now, the last one is an OG, and I'll say one of the greatest fan service anime of all time, and that's High School DxD. I know a lot of people ask me, like, where's High School DxD at? Now, before I get into the plot, I'm going to say this. It has a story. For all the people that don't believe High School DxD has a story, it does have a story. Pay attention. There's a lot of crazy stuff in High School DxD. All these mythical gods, angels, demons, fallen angels, all this different stuff. Literally, they literally have Valkyries in here. They have literally Odin in here. I'm like, dog, there's a lot of different stuff in here. They have Sun Wukong. They have all this different crazy stuff. But if you've not seen High School DxD, let's get into it. So the main character, Issei, he's a guy that's like never been with no girl or whatever. He's gonna eventually go on a date with this girl, and when he goes on the date, the girl basically wants to kill him, and she basically does kill him. But when he wakes up, there's a redhead girl that he's sleeping in his bed that like is naked, and he's like, oh, who is this? But yeah, the main thing about High School DxD is you're gonna have Issei. He's gonna get a harem, and he's gonna have one of the baddest harems probably in all of anime. You know, with Rias, Ankano, Zenobia, all the whole gang. And you're basically gonna see him. He's the red dragon. You know, and also you can say he's the what do they call him, the boob dragon or whatever they call him, the opie dragon, whatever they call him in the show. But yeah, the grabbing dragon, yeah. Just know one of his power ups is basically, you know, seeing the chest area. There is one time he touches the chest area and, you know, his power goes over 9,000. We'll just say that. But yeah, High School DxD is one of the all-time greatest like fan service anime, but you don't want to watch this in front of your mom, mainly because there's so much nudity. There's a lot of wild moments with Issei. Trust me, watch this dub. Please watch it dub. The dub is fantastic and it's hilarious.
Remodeling has really put some bounce in our steps.
Not just your steps. I'm still psyched that we expanded to make room for such a sexy stable of babage.
But if there's any anime you think you should not watch in front of your mom, leave it in the comments because we can talk about it in the next one. Like I said, the first one did so well that I'm dropping the second one. If this one does well, hey, we'll keep doing this because trust me, I've watched a lot of, you know, down bad anime, and why not just talk about this and say you can't watch this in front of your mom, because everyone on this list is basically down bad. I mean, Prison School and The Boring World of the Concept Dirty Jokes, those ones are really funny. You'll be rolling, and High School DxD. But yeah, let me know what anime that you should not watch in front of your mom, and just know we'll be back with another one in sometime in the future depending on how this does. But yeah, just know please don't watch any of these in front of your mom because they're wild, especially INTERSPECIES reviewers. Please do not watch that because what they're doing, and even the qwaser or stigmata, please don't watch either one of those because both of those are wild. But yeah, if you're new, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed, why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike, subscribe if you really enjoyed. But yeah, don't watch any of these anime in front of your mom. Watch them by yourself when you're alone, by yourself, not with nobody. Maybe you can watch it with your girlfriend if you want. If you got a girlfriend, why not watch with her too? Because, you know, it might be some anime that can help y'all out. I just say that. But yeah, hey, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.